Tony,
And welcome to,
Salem, I'm hit.
yeah, we're going to talk about a particular thing that's been bugging me for weeks, and that is Limp Endings. That is today's
Yeah.
thing.
Yes, indeed.
We're going to start with Ma, because we just saw that, so that's fresh in my mind, and I'm super upset. But I'm less mad about the diazepam shit. I'm cool about that now. Yeah, so there have been a string of films and such that have come and shows, and damn near everything lately has had a shitty ending. Just great execution all through the build and the world building, the character building, just everything has been great. And then you get to the
And
last chapter and
they just go, yeah, it's sit there. Oh, it's like fucking what happened?
yeah, yeah. Particularly mad at this for Mom because
There was so much potential, all kinds of ways that shit could have gone. I mean, because okay, yes, to punish the people that pissed her off, fuck all her kids over. I understand that, but but honestly, I think she should, because the way they kind of led into it, the way she kept looking at everybody's social media accounts, like she was getting ready, like more or less, hey, to start turning everybody against each other via social media, which would work out. So, you know what I'm saying? That would have worked
yeah,
out so much, shit like that.
everything about this movie had so much potential to be more, and they just kind of flopped
Yeah.
across with the limpest dick ever.
Yeah, just like, playing her off I mean, like being stupid at work. I mean, or I don't know, just
Yeah, even that was milquetoast. Now Octavia
well,
Spencer.
and not to mention, I mean, frankly, how much does a veterinary assistant make? I mean, I mean, that there be. I mean, of course, granted, it was out in the country a little bit,
Yeah, she did live in the sticks, so she would have been fine.
that there, but I'm
And
just
she stole all her drugs, so it was
saying,
fine.
but to live by yourself and having, being a single mother, and having, I mean, frankly, I mean, Grant, like I said, it wasn't a sticks, but that was a good size house for a single mother, and being and frankly, for being, like I said, I don't know, just, being a small town veterinary, assistant, you know,
Yeah, but once again, she didn't feed that child anything but drugs. I never saw her eat food.
but that was kind of probably closest that thing I guess to of course then again I mean like I said I don't depending on like I said depending on where you're at like I said small town veterinary assistant yes if they're well when you're only goddamn vet in a small town I guess yeah you do get what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, we established that with the sad charactership.
Yeah.
No, there were so many things like a lot of the discussions before the movie actually came out were saying things about how it could have been a fantastic social commentary or a response to Me Too or all that stuff or just anything, and it just was really just a generic ass slasher flick.
Yeah, I mean, like hell, honestly, why wasn't her daughter that one boy's fucking, hell, something I expected more to be along the lines of either a fucking dump or he practically raped her or both, you know.
Well, I mean, we're gonna go with rape by fraud because it wasn't him in the closet, so still
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
But I expected her to act in vengeance on more of the classmates because clearly the whole fucking school was outside of that room. Now, yeah, so it was just so much about the movie that was just almost there. There was little pieces of commentary, like when she painted the black dude's face white, and then she said, "There's only room for one of us," and then that was it. And
Yeah, because
then
I mean, I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that is fucking so, every goddamn movie for the last 10 fucking years, all aside from the fucking Panther.
yeah,
Because remember, I kept asking where the fuck was War Machine in fucking Avengers. Remember, how many times did I say that? I'm like, where the fuck was War Machine in Avengers? How many times did
but
I say that?
but instead of lampshading it like a shitty joke, they could have actually done something with it,
Yeah,
and they didn't bother. They were just like, "Whatever, we're gonna lampshade it with a shitty joke and move on."
Yeah.
and that's it. It was just now.
Yes.
As I was starting to say earlier, before you made a fine point, Octavia Spencer, fantastic. She nailed it. Love her forever. She was great.
Yes.
Most of the actors were fine. They're good. They did what they needed to do. They just didn't have a
Yeah.
whole lot to work with.
Yeah. Like I said, they're really. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the acting. And what was
No.
and what was going. I'm not. I'm mad. It was put together stupid.
Yeah, I mean, and they didn't even give Juliette Lewis too much to do. Like she just kind of flopped around like whatever.
Yeah.
But when that's almost your big name, do something.
Yeah.
although I like her, but I wouldn't call Juliette Lewis a big name ever. I said almost a big name.
Yeah.
But thank goodness Octavia Spencer got to star in something. I just wish it makes sense with the character the way it ended. I just wish we could have got like a string of slasher flicks, especially when they had her walking through the fire at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, she's going full Jason Voorhees. Let's roll with this. Because I'd watch 8 of them. I don't
Yeah.
care. I mean, she did nail the
I
subtle
mean,
things that she probably added to
she
the
could
character.
walk through that shit, walk back to her veterinarian's office, fucking heal herself enough to live or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she doesn't know how. You
And then
know.
chase down all the fucking kids at Crystal Lake, damn it. For 7
Yeah,
more movies.
exactly, or at least their families or whatever. Just
Because there were other classmates to take care of.
yeah. Or like I said, I mean, or played with their social media accounts. I mean, hell, I mean, best way to piss off a fucking nut or teenager to sit there secretly send somebody a text where it accidentally goes to all whatever going. Becky's butt is so fat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You better get that, don't
you're
tear each
old.
other
It's
apart. Just
fine for a.
don't tear, a bunch of white girls tear each other apart just over that.
Not anymore. You're old.
Or I have one of the boys say that. I mean, shit. Or I mean, that right there. Okay, shit. Get him shamed out like that.
I thought she would use the social media more to trick them into coming back when they all decided they weren't going to.
Yeah.
I had a different angle on that.
Or like I said, use social. Like I said, I don't see why she didn't use social media against them.
Yeah. Well, I don't see why she didn't do a little more pursuing the parents because they're the ones that fucked her over.
Yeah.
And she didn't go through the whole class. She just went for the handful of kids' parents. I mean, they were just. It was just almost. I mean, I'll still totally watch it again. It was fun. I was upset for like hours about the low ass body count, but I felt like the body count was super low because I forgot she killed people because it was so inconsequential.
Yeah, and really the only person they actually show her actually killing was the blonde and
Yeah,
the cop.
the blonde and the cop. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, because really it looked like she was just trying to fuck with little buddy, not necessarily killing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
he died way
Because
too fast.
she wanted him to or was willing to fuck with him while she killed him. You know,
Yeah,
it didn't look. They just kind of okay, she slit his wrist, but we all know it's sideways for attention. Long ways for results.
exactly, and it was sideways for
Yeah,
attention. But
exactly, and really not that deep, and really not.
no, like he would have been dripping to death.
Yeah, I mean, there wouldn't have been that much fucking, there wouldn't that much blood on the sheets just from that. No,
No,
he was not cut well enough to actually kill himself, especially
I
being
mean,
tied up and and drugged up and everything else, where his heart rate would have been kind of low. You know what I'm saying?
it
So
would
the
have
way,
been it would have been less of a bleed out and more of a reaction to the dog blood, but they
yeah,
portrayed it more as a bleed out. But they
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
emphasize that it was dog blood that she was serving to him, which I
yeah.
picked up on because I do that. But let's say the average moviegoer would not be like, "Oh, that's dog blood," because she's so
Yeah,
bad.
but I sit there, I mean, how come they didn't give Dad enough time to react first to fuck with him? Watching, watch that fuck with him for a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
really, What was the point if she's just going to fucking slit his fucking wrist 10 seconds fucking later? I mean, really.
Yeah, I didn't.
I
I
mean, I
didn't
would
appreciate the
understood
rush
could
hour.
have been a day later. You know what I'm
And
saying?
and they made such a point to show her. I mean, they made such a point to show her playing with his dick,
Yeah,
and the threat of her castrating him. And then they steamroll through the blood part. I feel like they cut some shit out right there,
yeah,
but that's just optimism on my part for them to get a director's cut that kind of cleans up some of the holes I feel like are there.
yeah. So see, that's another thing that's kind of pissed me off about movies today. Was it there? Fucking 15 more minutes. 15 more minute, half. Like fucking fucking Batman Superman. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the the extended version of that movie is actually makes it halfway decent because it fills in a
Yeah.
bunch of stupid shit.
I don't know why they cut hunks of plot out of shit right now. Like, it's not even like it's side plot. It's main plot that they're cutting out of things. And I feel like they cut out a good deal of this torture scene because there wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. Because like I said, that was a lot of blood for just being really one wrist or one cut even.
And I feel like even though they misguidedly wanted to have her abuse her child, they cut a lot of that out. Even though that was what they needed to push that to make her the villain.
Yeah, it's there proving that she's just fucking.
Yeah, we get one audio shot of her while she's downstairs with him partying, and the child making a bunch of noise.
Or I had the child secretly fucking killing some of the motherfuckers one at a time or something. That would have been, that would have really
Much
been.
more interesting than what we
Yeah.
got. We got generic ass. But, yeah.
Yeah.
And even the reveal was drawn out so long it made it generic.
Especially after the holy shit, you can walk.
Yeah.
Oh shit, them bitches should have been dead right there.
Yeah. No, let's just gloss over that real quick because that's what everything in this movie was. Let's bring up something that is even cooler than what we're being presented and then gloss over it real quick and throw it away.
Yeah.
That was the whole movie. That was the ending. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
growing up,
not one. Not one cop came in. Presumably several hours after that one cop got shot.
yeah, and she black, so bullshit.
Yeah, in a rural area, and yeah,
Yeah, she's black in a small town. She's like the only one. If you watch the movie, she's like the only one other than the little boy's family. So they would have
yeah,
came after her ass.
yeah,
Bullshit.
yeah. Other than the other boys, like I don't know which trust. You don't think we should trust this bitch? The only one that the only one that said that because white people are stupid.
Which honestly
Like I said, because
was a
white
good
people,
piece of was a good piece of audio, but not so much because he would know her from her being the only other black person in this damn town.
yeah.
But him and Jeannie would be best fucking friends.
Yeah, because they couldn't keep the fuck. I mean, did she just move there or did she fucking grow up there? They couldn't seem to make up her damn mind.
Well, they established that she lived there forever, but they kept forgetting about the other black chick, like white people forget like a black family that lives there. Come on, son. Even if there wasn't any hatred, you remember the thing that stands out.
Yeah,
And there was really only two black families if we established the universe of this film. Okay, three. There was a dude with the dreads. I'm sorry, three families, and I think that dude with the dreads is supposed to be from another town.
yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. Because remember, they didn't know him.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, who are all these people? I don't know. I guess they're from their school.
Yep.
Yeah,
But it would be minimally another town because it's a small town, and small towns have one.
exactly. Fucking small towns, counties,
Yeah.
camp regions.
Yeah. This would be like trying to play off adding some extra black people to New Albany. That wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But, I don't think the person who wrote this movie and the people that did the treatments grew up in a small town, so
Yeah,
we can
exactly.
write that off for that. But
Yeah,
otherwise,
exactly.
nah.
It was written by people. Somebody grew up in fucking, in California.
Probably. Or Chicago or some shit,
No, so they're dreaming about life in a small town.
Yeah. They did not live in a small town. Hell, we don't live in a small town, but we know better. We live in a almost city.
Have you seen Doc Hollywood?
Yes.
Michael J. Fox?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's why I know it was bullshit.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's
Because
no
I don't.
bullshit. That movie's so funny because it's fucking true.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
because like she was making a point of torturing the people that she had gone to high school with. Of course, she would fuck. Darrell would know her. Period. End of discussion.
yeah.
Movie falls apart. But let's just move on to another movie that pissed me off because the ending was kind of limp. Um, Everybody's gonna hate me and nobody's gonna listen anymore because I'm gonna whine about Us. But there's a specific issue that I have with Us, and I've explained this to you. It's that it's great that you have the metaphor that holds up, but if you're gonna have the metaphor and the plot go together for so long, you need to keep them both coherent, or I'm upset with you. The metaphor held up, but the plot did not because of the way he wanted the metaphor to hold up. And it's not that it was a bad movie. It's just it could have been fantastic, but ended up just being good because the plot fell apart to hold up the metaphor the way he wanted to. But yeah, I just wanted to share that rant about Us because it's not that I don't appreciate the work put into it. It's just it's not as clean and coherent as his first work. And while I do like it and I will watch it again, it was a hair away from perfect, and I'm disappointed.
I mean, I don't know. I just felt like like they felt the need to explain its own ending. I guess for the stupid people. That's how I felt about it. I mean, that they're like the last 10 minutes of the movie. I'm like, are we just giving the fucking Cliff Notes version for the stupid people now?
Yeah, it beats you over the head with the metaphor that they're working with, but that
Yeah,
ends up screwing the plot, and that doesn't help anything
yeah,
because
yeah. I mean, because like I said, because right, the last 10 minutes again didn't tell me nothing I didn't already know. I'm like, yeah, no shit, no shit,
yeah,
no shit, no. Okay, trying to some grand revealing point. No,
no,
you that's what
and then if you didn't gather it from earlier, just from the title, I mean, or from the movies that were referenced at the beginning, or from the dialogue from the movies that were referenced from the beginning, like you're not the audience that you should be pitching to. I mean, us should be pitching to. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Can't make a movie for everybody. Not everybody's gonna like every movie.
Yeah.
Can't say I can write a movie, but I can point out how I would fuck it up probably. I can tell you how
No,
I'll
but
do it wrong.
goddamn it, that little girl was creepy as fuck.
She was fantastic. Once again, acting fantastic. The movie
Yeah.
was still good. I was just
Yeah,
there
exactly.
could have been a
I mean,
little bit more to that
again,
ending,
we're
and it would have
not
been
bitching.
perfect.
We're not, bitching about any particular. We're not bitching about actors or anything like that. This shit ain't their fault. They did a very good job of what they had to work with. We are, sit there, some of these people, I felt, went well and beyond, some
Yeah,
again
they
for
were
what
all
they,
fantastic. Like I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not
you
really
know,
upset. I'm not really mad. I'm just upset it wasn't perfection because I expect more.
and especially what shit costs to go to now, got it cost you a fucking half day's pay fucking see a goddamn movie anymore. Used to just be a week's allowance. It used to be a week's allowance.
Now we're going to escape. That's why we're getting fleeced, man. It's fine.
Yeah.
Remember we went to see fucking Ma yesterday and it was cheap as hell. It's because we're being fleeced to go to the nice place in a nice area, and that's all that is. But it's so worth it to sit in them chairs. But if we go back to the one we went to before, I can take my drink in there. So I think we're gonna have to reconsider those chairs
Yeah, I
because
guess they just showed me they did go back another fucking 6 inches.
yeah, but I cannot take an old fashioned into the other theater. So we're gonna have to rethink this thing,
Yeah.
budget wise, and I can get drunk. That's what we have to reconsider. But the next thing we're gonna see is probably gonna be I don't know. I'm not excited about anything. Okay, no, 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 no. I want to see Child's Play
Eh.
because it's either going to be terrible or great.
Yeah.
There's going to be no middle to it. It's gonna if it's terrible, I'm still going to enjoy it because I love trash, which makes me still love Ma because it was generic trash, but it was still generic trash with a black protagonist. So win. And it was Octavia Spencer as a black protagonist, so win.
Yeah.
And instead of doing the whole murderer put into the doll with magic, they're going to go with crazy AI, which speaks to me and my soul. I mean, I for one welcome our robot overlords because they're already won, but that's not just why, because they're awesome enough to win like that.
Exactly.
But crazy AI Chucky is just as fascinating as magical man Chucky. Like, it just, I don't care if it's trash. I'm gonna love it. I have low
Yeah.
standards apparently.
Yeah. Yes. You know.
High
You
standards and
know,
low standards at the same
also,
time.
we'll see, because also back when, when the first Child Play came out, you had my buddy,
Yeah,
and it was, because I asked Dave if he had one. He said yes, he did.
yeah. My brother
I
had a
mean,
my buddy. I had a kid sister. Man, it was
see,
that
my
simple.
buddies came out just when I was, pretty much too old, when I was too old for one, because I would have had one. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But I was, I guess I was like, yeah, because, I was a kid
because
with
you're
no,
old.
pretty much no friends, you know.
Yeah, no, you're old and that's fine. But I
Yeah,
had a kid sister and a my buddy when that motherfucker came out, and we were like, yes,
yeah,
because
but like I said, you ain't got really, you really don't have nothing like that now, unless it's on your damn smartphone or whatever, it's, you know,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They, they're really, all stuff from your gaming console, is game, or something, you know what I
if they
mean?
made an equivalent of Chucky with a gaming console, I'm front row. Shut up and take my money.
Mhm.
But the thing that sold me on the Child's Play, on getting into Child's Play, wasn't the concept, because I was like, whatever, we've done this before. I already, we did this. It was the fact that they were pitching off of the Toy Story 4 teaser poster, and they showed a beat up Woody in it, and I found that hilarious. That's what got me to want to see the Child's Play movie.
Mhm.
But I'm 5, and that shit's funny.
Yeah. No, I think I've seen, like, maybe 2 seconds of a fucking clip of it.
Yeah, I haven't. I try to not watch trailers anymore because I got upset. I'll watch teasers, but I refuse to watch trailers because
Yeah,
trailers tell you too much. Like, even the trailers for Ma that we saw when we went to see Us showed us too damn much of the movie,
yeah,
and that pissed me off because there was a
yeah.
lot of
Yeah, it's like, well, that was half the damn trailers were sitting there fucking, watching before them all. Hell, I'm like, okay, well, we don't got the Cliff Notes version of the movie. Don't need to see it.
yeah, like a lot of the scenes that we were complaining about being shortchanged were actually presented in the trailer because people who cut trailers are assholes.
Yes.
But let me repeat, people that cut trailers are assholes. They want to ruin the movie for you. They want to say you the part that gets you the best part of the movie because fuck you and you already spent your money.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's always been, of course, like, of course, that was the whole. Oh, Survivor. That was the name of that damn movie. Built, with the that we on.
Well, that was the whole issue with the Suicide Squad movie because the people that cut the movie were the people that cut trailers,
Yeah.
and that movie was like in some bukkake porn. Like fuck, because it got fucked hard. Like I don't even want to. It was so bad what they did to that movie that they're doing a soft reboot of a single film. 5 minutes later,
Exactly.
even though Margot Robbie nailed it as Harley Quinn, and I want to watch all the Harley Quinn movies she does, except she says pudding wrong, and I'm still mad about that.
Yes.
You don't put the bass in pudding. It's that soft, innocent psychopath. You know what? I love you, Tara Strong, and will forever. Let's put it that way.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, the Joker's prosthetics. That's, that drove me fucking nuts. And, I expected more from that boy. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, but that's all I heard was his fucking prosthetics when he spoke. I was like, oh,
Well, Jared Leto has been overrated
yeah,
forever. Like
yeah,
he was good in Requiem for a Dream. and then like Mr. Nobody. Otherwise, you just forget he's fucking there. And
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
that's
yeah, I
it.
mean,
Those are
like
the two
I said, I
movies
mean,
he
yeah,
gave a
that was,
shit.
yeah, I mean, yeah, his Joker was, his Joker was a joke. Although the new Joker movie coming out looks stupid as fuck.
His Joker wouldn't have been so much of a joke if they had just let that be the Joker that was Jason Todd after the Joker brainwashed him. If
Yeah,
they were trying to push him as the original Joker, that's what made him suck so hard. If they had just established in the universe that he was the brainwashed Jason Todd Joker, then we'd be all good.
yeah.
I am way too much of a nerd for life. We just went through Jared Leto's catalog, and I'm just like, yeah, this part is like, why do I give so much of a shit about Jared Leto? Because I watched a bunch of his films for no reason. But let's just think about him getting beat up in Fight Club. Let's do that because we all want to destroy something pretty. But if I could put audio here, I would, but we'd probably get in trouble. And honestly, I'm too fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably that second thing more than the first thing.
Exactly.
Small bats don't lie. Now, the other thing we wanted to talk about was, I guess, Game of Thrones, because his mom was in the car with us after we saw the movie, and she bitched about Game of Thrones so hard, and I was disappointed in the flop.
Again, I know, aside from, I mean, because I have not watched an episode. I've just read everybody bitching about the shit,
Yeah,
and because it's been in every fucking thing, and again, sit there means even if I fucking, I want to say newspaper, because I read the, well, read
yeah.
it,
Full
So
disclosure:
I
neither one
mean,
of us are hard
I'll
watchers.
read, I'll skim through it, see what everybody's bitching about, 'cause, I'm like, and see, and I understand, everybody has, because God damn it, hell, they wait 2 years for this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then they and they just acted like it was fucking the way I understand they acted like it was season one where you just half-ass everything, pray to God somebody likes it so you can have season two, you know,
yeah.
and they
It's just
instead and the way I understand it, there's some bullshit, everybody called some bullshit on some how easily some dragon was killed. Like when the fuck your dragon died, I mean, or something, like, because it got apparently it got killed in one shot or something stupid. I don't know.
it got killed by a spike from a catapult that somebody who couldn't see was manning. I think it was something really fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause like I said, I mean, I just, that popped up a lot. It says, when the fuck are dragons so easy to kill?
Not the other 87 seasons of the show. I don't even know how long it was on.
Yeah.
Like I said, full disclosure, we don't actually watch. We never actually watched Game of Thrones like that. Just hearsay.
Yeah, like I said, I seen maybe three fucking episodes for real,
Yeah,
and
something like that for
and
me.
most of the, from mostly seasons 1 through 3, mostly because it was on when I was at somebody's house, and
Yeah,
that's what, and they tried to explain a little bit what was going on. I just said, yeah, whatever, because it was on HBO, and again, I don't have HBO, so I didn't give a fuck.
well, I always followed it because it seemed interesting, but I didn't want to watch it because I was going to be disappointed because I played way too much Skyrim and I'm the Dragonborn motherfucker, and that's a whole different thing. It's a hype thing for me. I was never going to enjoy it the way that people wanted me to enjoy it. I had even been initially read the books before the series came out. Well, I tried to read the books before the series came out,
Well,
and
see,
they
and
were just
also
overly
people are
verbose.
bitching so much because people, actors, like actors, from Game of Thrones are dominating so much other bullshit, and they're fucking it up because they brought this bitch in from fucking Game of Thrones, like the Dark Phoenix. Everybody's bitching about her. I mean, granted, they're saying she's in Game of Thrones. I really don't know. I have no clue who that is. You
If
know,
they were actually British, they're in Game of Thrones. It's fine. If what I figured that it was going to be an issue, just like most other people, is that when they ran out of source material, they were just going to go all willy nilly and do dumb shit anyway. They tried badly to go from point A to point B where the author said was going to go, but without the source material, you're just guessing. And the fact that they didn't write any of the source material they're not going to be privy to the real motivations of certain characters. It's just a casual reader because they work in TV. They're going to be a casual reader. Hell, I don't even know if they probably didn't even read the shit because they work on the show. They just
Yeah, you know how
probably had it dictated to them.
for some reason I don't like reading that shit, but I love watching it. You know.
Yeah, I found the books, the initial book to be dry, and it took me forever, and I just kind of gave up on trying to read it. I may try again, but there's a lot of things that will be lost, especially as fat as the books were, with translations to the show, even with that many seasons, because you're not getting in the character's head as much. And if somebody's just telling the showrunners what happens in the book versus explaining to them the character's motivations as they go, you're going to get this kind of crap.
Yeah.
They probably just said, "Read me the plot," because there's a lot of other things in the show that happen that were in contrast to what happened in the book, like character motivations. Like there's a bunch of rapes that weren't rapes in the books because they're running an HBO show and that's what the fuck they want to do.
And you know, certain characters dying that didn't die in the books, you know, that did, but you know, other characters not dying that did die in the books. You know, stupid shit like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
It just certain things that had different motivation within the books that the show decided to make violent and terrible for HBO reasons. That leads to you're going to get the rope pushing finish that we got.
Yeah.
Even though the actual journey would be fantastic if you had the correct character motivation behind it. Like having Bran as the one who gets the crown at the end could make logical sense with the story if the showrunners hadn't flopped it about. Especially considering the one thing I do remember from the books is that the first character we're introduced to is Bran.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I made it that far. And then I fell asleep.
Yeah, they sit there, you know, because.
But that was the first character name I remember when the show came out because I read that far.
Well, you remember Dumbass Rob, right? The boy,
Yeah.
Papa John's, you know, you know, like I say, he read the books, and like I say, I remember him bitching about, you know, like I said, half of them bitch, you know, trying to explain the series to me and about the books, and again, I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, like again, like I said, that was most of my shit, you know, exposure to Game of Thrones until really the last 2 months.
Yeah. And then the internet,
You know, I mean,
Thrones.
like I said, I haven't seen anything, you know, pretty much since season. You know, I have parts of season 2. I've heard about one of the mass killings at one of the things just because everybody's like, "Oh my God," you know, so you know, or it makes the or it may list of some of the bloodiest scenes. You know, some YouTube list of bloodiest scenes ever. You know, something stupid like that. You know, they're like, yeah, this scene. You know, it's like, you know, it was, you know, came, you know. So I mean, I've seen, like I said, at best I've seen, like I said, little clips because it's on some other list I'm, you know, that I was watching, and they just so happened to, you know, throw this scene in there. You know, so
yeah, and other people have wrecked your YouTube suggestions where you're forced to watch Game of Thrones somehow.
Yeah,
or at least a 5-minute clip.
Or no, it just comes up. It's just fucking, you know, trending now. You know, sit there all this fucking goddamn, you know, fucking, you know, Game of Thrones stupid shit. Again, like I said, I don't watch none of it. But like I said, you know, I'll be watching, like I said, something with something, you know, violent scenes ever, you know. And like I said, you know, a game, you know, like I said, that one little fucking dinner scene or whatever, you know, where everybody died.
Yeah, the wedding, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. I just remember, you know, they sitting down at that table. Yeah, I didn't know,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, I know. Now, there was another. Well, I'm terrified that Killjoys is going to go out like a puss because Killjoys is being organized, you know, being wrapped up in its 4th season by Sci-Fi, which you remember what they did to Warehouse 13.
Yeah.
Where they forced Pete and Micah together even though they had like a brother-sister repertoire. Even though Pete was in love with Micah like the whole damn show. Like, that was obvious. But, like, Micah didn't see him like that. And Michael was all about some HG until the last fucking episode. But
She's like, oh yeah, oh I loved you the whole fucking time. Oh, fucking don't take me. Really?
I had to stop because I was getting mad. It's been years and I'm still pissed off.
Yeah. Oh, just like I ain't making no damn dress for a fucking dog. It's like I ain't making
Exactly. You're refusing to watch Project Runway because of that stupid dog dress. But the final episode, they went to the final episode to piss me off about Warehouse 13 because
yeah.
they know their audience, because their audience was totally Micah and HG shippers, which
Well,
it was a toxic relationship and they didn't need to be together, but that didn't mean they need to shove her right down Pete like 5 minutes later.
did you ever watch Friday the 13th? The series.
A couple of them
A couple
because
of them.
it's old and
Yeah, like you,
and
you see, you see the complete, you see why I was,
yeah, but then they also did the same thing in the library. There's like been 80 shows like this
yeah.
before. It's fine. I just like Micah and HG. Damn it, that's all I wanted to watch. And HG Wells was a woman. Damn it.
Yeah.
Like I'm the only person that ever stands for Jamie Murray. I swear. It's just me.
Yeah, hence the hell fucking HG, he'll have to fucking hell have to have to think, fucking hell 3/4 of the fucking time of his of his initials name, it's a woman.
Yeah. But H.G. Wells will forever be a woman to me because of Jamie Murray on Warehouse 13.
Yeah.
And if you've not watched Warehouse 13, I don't know where the fuck you can watch it because Sci-Fi hates me and it won't let me watch it freely.
It's not on the Sci-Fi app, is it?
No, it's not on the Sci-Fi app. I think it might have been on Prime, but like you gotta pay for everything. But it didn't have all of it.
Yeah, it's not on Netflix.
And Prime didn't have all the seasons, so Sci-Fi was like, "Fuck this show." I guess they were upset at all the shippers who wanted Mike and HG together. They were so cute though. They had like coordinated outfits. It was the best. But the showrunners didn't appreciate that the actresses were like, "We're gonna pretend these characters are in love," and it worked so well. It was so gorgeous.
Mm.
Relationship goals, except for the toxicity. But except the toxic part. But yeah, I'm worried that Killjoys is going to fall into the same thing because even though I don't need to say spoilers alert because that's all the fuck we do. And you haven't seen this far, I think, yet. I don't remember if you saw Spormageddon.
Oh, I haven't. I've watched. Generally, the only time I watch is when you're over here.
Yeah, you've watched the episodes I forced you to watch because they're my favorites. So.
Yeah, I mean, you took, these two wind up fucking, or these two, instead of these two, whatever,
Yeah.
First off, I'm not 100% sure I'm going to exactly know who you're talking about, and then B, I'm really not going to care.
Yeah, because we're always lit when I make you watch it because I'm lit and I want to watch something show anyway. But the three main characters. There's Dutch and there's Johnny and there's Davin.
Yeah, well, like of course, like I said, I keep, I keep every time I see that boy, I keep wanting to sit there and go, it's fucking, fucking Olsen.
Yeah, he's Olsen, but he was also Jinx in Warehouse 13. That's how I came back to the circle.
Yeah,
talking about Warehouse 13, he was Jinx in Warehouse 13, and then he was in Quantum Break, but that's a different rant.
Yeah, but this fucking yeah, fucking Jimmy Olsen.
Okay.
I mean, all I see is Jimmy Olsen. I'm like, fucking Jimmy.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Olsen is the one that's like the brother to Dutch. And then Davin, who looks like the genetically enhanced pig from Family Guy that Stewie took from another universe, who just says oink with fists.
Yeah.
And if I could put a clip here, I would, because everybody needs to know what the fuck I'm talking about.
These are not the hammer.
Exactly. The big angry
I cured that bitch in my dick. I cured that bitch. For him, right?
Yeah, because you did watch that episode multiple times because it was a good episode.
Yeah. I cured that bitch in my dick. Yeah.
Well, actually, his dick was a lethal weapon for a while, and he had to holster it because every time he would fuck something bad would happen.
Like Angel. Sit there. I cured that bitch.
Angel had the opposite.
Actually, with Angels, like, no, I cured that motherfucker in my pussy, but
Fair. But I mean, he had the angel reaction the first time that he fucked Dutch. But that's let's stop talking about Davin's dick. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
I don't know how I feel about this whole conversation.
I'm like, yeah, I just said that motherfucker, right? I cured that bitch with my dick, and
Yeah,
yeah,
but then we
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah. I said that
into strong
motherfucker, right? Yeah.
philosophers. There's too much cock talk right now. Let's roll it back. And this is how we stay not safe for work. That's why we're never going to be able to have this podcast for children. But no, the whole premise of the show so far has been the back and forth with Jimmy Olsen being the brother figure for Dutch, and then his brother, who looks like the pig, with Supercock, because we're just gonna keep rolling with this now because it's too late. I didn't expect to say that today.
Cause
Hold
bird.
on. Yeah, because bourbon. It's small batch, man. What do you want from me? But yeah, this guy, her and him are supposedly what seems to be in game. Her and Pigman with Supercock.
Yeah.
Now, the bad guy, the baddie, the lady who's in the green, which I know you've seen Spormageddon. At
Yeah.
the end of Spormageddon, when they come out of the green, but this show is so complicated to describe. Watch Killjoys and just save me some time. Anybody who listens, just watch Killjoys. All of them pretty. Just enjoy the fucking show. Now, when they come out of the green, the lady puts Jimmy Olsen, and Dutch together because of their strong bond, and just relegates Davin aside as a side piece that she had, and doesn't see that they also had a very romantic relationship, because they were actually building to an actual adult relationship that was romantic. It was gross because it looks like a pig to me, and I feel like she can do better, but whatever. But Johnny's still just supposed to be her brother, and that's how they roll. And the lady put them together, and I'm worried that they're going to end up endgame because of what the lady did. Now, the show generally doesn't screw me over, so I'm less worried, but I am a little bit worried that they're going to try to make her and Johnny endgame because of that revelation.
Yeah.
And I hope that this show doesn't get added to the list of Limp Endings because they force her and Johnny together because they've had this strong bond forever. Just because they have this super strong codependent platonic relationship does not mean they need to get together at the end. Like that'll be the second show that he's on that does that and pisses me off if that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, like I said, really held probably the only movie that really hasn't really kind of pissed me off about its full ending. Yeah, really was Endgame. I mean that movie. That there's a couple there's a couple of things it left. That I thought there's a couple of plot holes that they kind of left open. But then again, of course, this is not the end of the series. It's just some characters end, but it's not the end of the series, obviously. But there's just still some things I felt they just should have gone into, that they didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well.
But
Yeah.
of course,
Who they were focused on the tent poles who were retiring pretty much their characters, so I can understand that.
yeah. I mean, just like I'm not upset. Said like I said, how they ended Steve. I mean, it kind of made sense. It kind of didn't. Although actually technically he did. Although he didn't die. So
Yeah.
there, really, he formally retired, and sit there and because he went back 100 years and lived that other 100 years, and he looked like he lived the other 100 years,
Yeah.
But like I said, because I mean, of course, he announced the fucking, hell, he announced 5 years ago, I'm done after this one, you know,
Yeah, because
yeah.
he's been playing. He's been playing
Well, I mean,
Captain
well, hell,
America forever.
he was torched too, so
Yeah, he was also the main character in Push. He's
yeah,
been doing, and then he was in the Losers. Like he's been doing
Yeah, and
comic book
and
superheroes were a myth.
I forgot he was in fucking oh god Scott Pilgrim Against the World.
Yeah, and that the one that I always forget. And then you go, oh yeah, Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, he's been comic book entities for a while.
Yeah,
Comic book entities with powers, we'll classify it that way so we can count the losers.
yeah. Although
I
technically,
like the losers.
although really, I wish he would. I think he would have made a way better fucking Green Lantern though.
Yeah, I think he can play anything because it's Chris Evans.
I
But
mean,
he, you know,
I mean, if you, okay, excuse me, Hal Jordan Green Lantern, excuse me.
the
Yeah,
Green Lantern that I want though is John Stewart. Fuck everybody else.
exactly.
Different rant. Let me roll it
Yeah,
back.
but I'm just saying, and sit there and again, shit that that should be coming out in Crisis. How come? Wait, why is Crisis better? Why is the CW shit better?
Because they're not dealing with the Zack Snyder universe. So the appropriate thing for this episode is to end it with a shitty ending.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sit there. Why not? Because hell, premise of this, whole goddamn
Yeah,
thing. Although there's some other shit we didn't get into. Of course, like I said, this got start fucking later than what we want to too. So
yeah. So how shitty level ending do we want? Do we want to go Sopranos where we cut off mid sentence? Do we want to go where we just plot point? Like, what do we want to do with this? Like, how shitty do you want to flop this out?